Hello everyone. Today I'm going to start a very interesting topic, that is Windows hacking. So what stands with window hacking? In this slide, we go with the part 1 and part 2. For the part 1, window hacking part 1 in this slide I'm completed. In the part 1, we're going to learn that what is window hacking, hacking with Kali Linux, Windows architecture, types of attack, OS, brute force forcing. And we later on we completed with this another slide, that's a part 2, and we completed with later on. So we start with the Windows hacking. First of all, the window hackings, it comes with the two words, Windows and hacking. Windows, that's related to Windows operating system. It's a universally accepted, it's an operating system used by Microsoft. It's having the operating systems as Windows XP, that is not in use, but Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows Server, and we have other Windows related systems. So Windows related to Microsoft, and hacking is related to something gaining unauthorized access without knowing of your victim, or going through with any phishing manner, or going through to lure him to access information. In Windows, as we can see, attackers want to access a Windows operating system. Simply he need to connect that system by social engineering. It can be a physically or it can be remotely. Here, it simply get the access is hacking the Windows operating system. Later on, we're going to explain in detail later on. In hacking terms, as we know in today's world, there are lots of crimes is happening that's related to your ATM hacking, information leaked or hacked, or say website defacement or email hacking. These are going very dramatically in this world and having need to be much more secure from the hackers. So here we go. We'll start with window hacking. So the what is hacking? Or in very simple way, hacking is something related to gain access to any device, system, in any authorized access without knowing of your target or your victim. As we briefed that it's ATM hacking, website defacement, email hacking, this comes in the terms of hacking. On the some way for the purpose of for stealing the informations for his personal use, for his official purpose, or for his getting the access to any system, getting the user detail, password, company accounts of the victim and target. So hacking in some way, we are talking about Windows hacking. It means the hacking Windows operating system without a knowledge of your victim or your target. As you know, the Microsoft is designed for the maximum user friendly, or is just go to click and click to go. So it is the least vulnerable to attack to access the same. It can be done or it can be hacked. Windows operating system can be a physically or can be remotely. Physically can be in by doing the different social engineering like shoulder surfing, by installing keylogger, by using dumpster diving, and remotely we have phishing tools, trojans, malware, and so on. So we can say Windows can be hacked in two manners. It can be physically or it's remotely. Or it's in physically access. If you're going to talking about the physically, that means the attacker has to go nearby the system or just near around the system. He can simply attack on the system he wants to hack by using the different social engineering methods such as shoulder surfing, keylogging, dumpster diving, or disgruntled employee, or cracking with the live CDs or any tool. As you know, the shoulder surfing, that is washing your password by just standing nearby your employee or your colleague. In Keylogger, that can be in manner of software or hardware that can install to get the user information as the keyloggers or get the log of the systems. In dumpster diving, that means the getting user information from the trash or the dustbin. Or the another way is the disgruntled employees, the employee who has a notice period who want to fire, and they will share our information, our confidential information to outsiders. And also we have remotely attacks. So what's happened in remotely attacks? As we can see in picture, attacker wants to access a system. He not need to go for any system physically. He can access any system from anywhere in the world. It can be have a different matter or different manners. We have a phishing, trojans, malicious programs. In phishing, we can using by the sending the phishing link or sending the virus which is contain the features or which can be the virus. If users target just open the link or open that file, he will be compromised. And Trojan, by creating any Trojan, as we know, the unauthorized access to send the victim to install it. And the malicious program is by creating the malicious program, so code can be exploited later on. Or we can say we have the another way of the hacking system by Kali Linux or using the Kali Linux operating systems. So how we do that? It's just a simple scenario how we perform and how we create a virus using the Kali Linux. As we can see in our diagram, the attacker just send a malicious file to attacker or by luring any social engineering that hey, you win a prize, you need to click on this file or click on this link. When victim click on the link or file, his system will be compromised. We're using Kali Linux using the MSF Venom. It's very simple method. We're using the MSF Venom and his desktop properties are there. And we create a file that's called HackU. And after creating that file, by doing social engineering, attacker need to send this exe file to victim system. And his system will be compromised later on. Now, we have a Windows architecture. So, in Windows architecture, we know in brief, we can explain that to validate user login or validate user login credentials. So we have a different access method. In general way, we can say we are using in Office, we have the keys, we use the biometric devices, we use the access card, we use the authentications for validate our access. That comes in our local part, that's the LSA, that's the local security authority. And we have another part that's SSPI, that's a security support provider interface. It's an enhanced or it's an advanced version like security in home or in our office. We're going the services, going with the services to like globally to extended of LSA, giving more feature security to provide the more to our provided services like the online authentications, online banking transactions. They're providing the service, but they're giving the more features and security in our service. So we'll understand with the through the authentication or the process in using the authentication in very simple manner. Suppose if we have a house and someone wants to access that house or someone wants to steal or want to theft the informations or want to attack on that house, what need by attackers? If you don't have a key, he will not access this because he need a key because house is locked by the owner or he is not in home. So we cannot access on it. If we have a authentic key, if you are an authentic owner or authentic user of that house, we can simply use that key and we can simply use it and just get the access on it. So this is the authentications, how we can access the correct authentication to get our destination system. So this is all about the Windows authentication architecture. Later on we describe with the someone that we can say that the credentials or authentications are compromised or it's compared against a valid or authorized list, or we have a list in our database or the access that we are given to him. And the same way we can say we have LSA. This is the brief about the LSA, and SSPI, as we briefly in our previous slides, is simply check for SSIDs and check for the user credentials, login authentications, and SSPI provide the services on our application. So next we have attack, or it's a type of attack. So what's attack? In general, the purpose of attack is to destroy or harm or threat to our enemies for our benefit purpose. In Windows OS, attack means which related to access confidential information such as password, such as user login, such as his account information by doing the different types of attack. This method can be performed by social engineering or by guessing using any toolkit. So we have active and passive attack. We have online and offline attack. In online attack, we have active and passive. In offline, we have a rainbow table. In online attack, we can say we have a brute force, we have a dictionary attack, we have a password attack. In passive, we are sniffing, MITM, that's the man in the middle, replay attack. And in offline, we have a rainbow table. So brute force is nothing but a brute force is the possible combinations of each character by using the alphanumeric special character. which can be time taking, which can take a time to crack the password. In dictionary attack is a list of the passwords stored in a file, and that will attack on our target system or target user. In sniffers, by capturing or analyzing the log or traffic. MATM by intercepting between the victims and the destination, between the two workstation, and intercepting the packets and analyzing them. And same way the rainbow table, it's a pre-computed table, or you can say for reversing cryptographic hashes. So these are the common types of attack. Let's understand with the different scenario the what is the general attack process. So in attack, if same way, if you have a house and someone wants to get into their access, so what he can do by attackers? We have a different social engineering, we have different method. It can be by compromising by our housemates, house peon, house workers. They can be compromised and they can get the access key to access our home. And second way, we have by using the money. We can lure money. We can give money to anyone to get the information without involving ourselves, and we can access the information, or we can access that house, anything from that house. And third, we can say by the mechanic or by using any tool to making any duplicate key or duplicate key to access that house, or we can use a duplicate key as a master key of that key to access the house. So we have, in general terms, we have a general attack process, how we can go through with it. And now, next we have a OS brute forcing attack. So in brute force attack, as we already learned, that's the possible combinations of different character and alphanumeric characters, and which will take a two time for the cracking the password. With the combinations which will take one by one and will accept it, then go on the letter on. And in simple way, hashing is an algorithm for using as in encryption or decryptions, or it's required time taken to crack. So we have a different tools using the OS hash brute forcings. We have Aircrack, John the Ripper, Rainbow Table, and Canyon Cable. So these are all the different tools that we can use to crack the password. So this is the end of the Windows hacking part 1. So I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye and see you next time.